Internet sleuths have been working overtime looking into a possible connection between the now debunked and staged attack on Jussie Smollett and 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Of course, this is all speculation at this point, but due to how bizarre the Smollett case already is, it warrants at least a look into this latest possible twist. But please remember, this is all rumor and speculation at this point in regards to Smollett's connection with Kamala Harris. The earliest mention of this connection I could find was from an anon post on the message board 4chan. The user appears to make a connection between Harris and Smollett and mentions how Harris submitted an anti-lynching bill. It appears as though this is that the post got people looking into how well the two knew each other and if there was a connection between Smollett's hoax attack and Harris' anti-lynching bill. Important to note that very soon after Smollett went public with the alleged attack, Kamala Harris put out a tweet where she compared the attack to a modern-day lynching, possibly looking to capitalize on the incident to promote her own proposed legislation. This is where people started looking into the connections between Harris and Smollett. Several photos including the ones below show Harris and Smollett together at an MLK holiday event in 2018. Some forum posts have incorrectly dated these photos as being from January 2019, but it appears they are from an event in 2018. The photos themselves are authentic though and do appear to show that the two have had a working relationship of some kind in the past. There was also a tweet thread by Tariq Nasheed, a black filmmaker and media personality who had suspicions about Smollett's story and Harris' involvement. As Smollett's story continued to fall apart and even the mainstream media was admitting the attack was most likely a hoax, Kamala Harris was asked about her previous tweet in support of Smollett. Her response received much criticism as she suddenly pretended to know very little about Smollett, the tweet, or the case itself. So with suspicions and questions piling up, there was a new development that added fuel to the fire. Police filed formal charges against Smollett on February 20th. But a day before, the Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx recused herself from overseeing the case. Foxx stated that the reason for the recusal was her familiarity with possible witnesses in the case but would not elaborate further. However, a recent tweet showed that Foxx considered Kamala Harris a mentor. It also appears as though Harris was the co-chair of Foxx's transition team when she became state's attorney. So while on the surface the Smollett case seems entirely unrelated to Kamala Harris other than her ill-informed tweet on the matter, the state's attorney's decision to recuse herself for what seemingly is her relationship to Harris seems to beg certain questions. Some are now speculating that the two Nigerian brothers who were involved in the staged attack and are now cooperating fully with police may have made statements that suggest Jussie Smollett concocted the idea partially as a way to help Harris and her anti-lynching legislation. Of course, this is pure speculation at this point and police have not released any information confirming such a motive. In my opinion, the recusal by Kim Foxx is probably the biggest piece of this puzzle. The reason for her recusal doesn't make much sense once you think about it for a moment. Foxx claims that she is familiar with certain witnesses in the case. It has been reported that those witnesses were members of Smollett's family and Foxx worked as a go-between for the family and police. But why would Foxx be talking with family members while the police were still investigating and had not yet filed charges? Such behavior for a state's attorney is not at all normal and could suggest either special treatment or that discussions were going on behind the scenes that were not exactly congruent with what police investigators were uncovering. Was Foxx trying to broker some kind of deal? Had she been contacted by Kamala Harris about the investigation, and if so, are those communications on record and that's what forced Foxx to recuse herself out of fear they may become public during a trial? Hopefully we can start to get the answers to some of these questions soon. But as of now, we have a lot of suspicious links between Smollett, Harris, and the Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx. But it looks like we will have to wait for further information on just what the two Nigerian friends have admitted to in their statements to police before we can confirm any of the suspicions.